The CPIE Val d'Oti is a non-profit organization based in the north of France, and the CPIE was a partner of the NGO project. So just to let you know, the CPIE works with the general public and local authorities to raise awareness about environmental issues like biodiversity and climate change. For the ENDURE project, we have led the activities of what in Interreg language we call the Work Package 3. So, this work package, the Work Package 3, was relying on the results of 2 other work packages which were presented to you in the previous sessions today. So we have the Work Package 1 and Work Package 2. And even if some of these activities were implemented from the start of the project in 2018, most of the activities needed outputs from Work Package 1 and Work Package 2, so we can communicate on the result of those 2 work packages. Unfortunately, when we add those results, a very small grain of sand, maybe you have heard of it, it's called COVID-19, jammed the implementation of a number of activities already planned. And so we have to adapt some of our activities. I will come back to that later in the latest part of the presentation. So, the Work Package 3 was planned to develop 2 education campaigns. The first one was aiming to reach coastal dune managers and decision makers. And the second one was focused on coastal dunes communities, meaning inhabitants and also the user of the coastal area. The activities of the first campaign were directly relying on the result of the Work Package 1 and Work Package 2, as it was planned to organize field visits of the pilot sites to show and explain Work Package 1 new solutions and workshops to explain Work Package 2 new tools. Regarding the second education campaign, it was mainly activities for inhabitants from the coastal area and also people who are using that area, for example, during summertime. So, during the lifetime of the project, we have successfully implemented the Work Package 1 visits in each country, as it occurred mainly in 2018 and 2019. So it was possible to implement these visits due to the fact that the new solutions were already being tested and already effective earlier in the lifetime of the project, even if at the time we didn't know all the results. And we have them now, and it was presented earlier in the first session today. Nonetheless, regarding the Work Package 2 new tools, we could only implement the workshops after those tools were developed and initially conceived to be on-site workshop. We had to reconsider and opt for an online workshops, which occurred in May 2021. And they are still available on the NGO Projects YouTube channel. So if you don't want to copy that horrible link, just put NGO Project YouTube in your search engine and you should be able to arrive directly on the right page. So between the visits and the online videos, it is around 200 land managers and decision makers who were reached through those events. Regarding the second sorry, I have some trouble with that word, education campaign. Before COVID-19 hits, we had already successfully organized several activities to raise awareness about the interest of natural dunes to protect our shores and the lower cost of it regarding comparison with dikes, for example. Meaning promoting nature-based solutions to protect our coast against sea level rise and flooding. Amongst those activities, we have guided walks, were a way to explain that to the general public through a walk in a natural dune complex. The online guided walks are currently being developed and so should be available online in October. So you have just a few more days to wait for that. Outside classrooms concerned either postgraduate students at university, donc studying ecosystems, or undergraduate trained who hopes to become natural site managers. That activity was more technical and aims to train the next generation of scientists and managers to think first about nature-based solutions when trying to find a solution at shore erosion. The citizen science events focused, for one, on the knowledge of, sorry for the scientific term, Cacile maritima, which is the flower allowing the creation of new dunes. Sorry, since the beginning of the day we are just talking about marine grass, but just Cacile maritima. I should have put a photo of it if you don't know it, but so it is a flower which captures the sand the first, just at the foot dunes. So, and so it is the first step, the first plant to help us to protect our coastline through nature-based solutions. And the second citizen science we organized was based more on the non-native species. I think it was Dries who explained that in his presentation. Mainly Senecio inequans. So the presence in the dunes of this kind of species create a disturbance in the natural functioning of the ecosystem. And so it was important for us to collect this kind of data to help the managers to maintain the ecosystem functioning as well as possible. And finally, partners have participated in several local community events to reach people in coastal communities. So it wasn't events organized directly by the NGO partners, but we were participating in those events. And these events were a good occasion to meet with a lot of people and try to engage them through awareness raising of the nature-based solutions and a more natural dune management as a solution to coast erosion. And through all those activities, direct contact with people, we reach around 1,000 people in these activities. So, not a big surprise. So, due to COVID lockdowns and other restrictions, some of our activities already planned were cancelled in 2020. Also, some annual activities, such as local events, which happens every year, were not programmed by the organizer due to the fear of the new lockdowns. Even between those periods of lockdowns, a number of activities were restricted, and so we had less people than expected during the implementation of our activities. For example, our guided walks. It is more difficult to estimate the number of people who did not register during these periods due to the fear of COVID, even when the activities were allowed. As probably yourselves in your own activities and work, we had to adapt and offer a lot of activities online such as the workshops to present the tools to improve coastal stakeholder management capacity, which were held last May. We are still finishing implementing these online activities as being new to us for a lot of partners. It takes more time than anticipated. Also, these online tools will be a legacy of the projects through their availability in the project's YouTube channel. You really have to go to try it. Most of them are more oriented for the Dune managers and decision makers. But you can go and see for yourself. Among the tools we did not anticipate it at the beginning of the project, it's a creation of a poster. This tool will be available this autumn and aims to reach this time the general public to explain the role of natural functioning dunes and the concept of nature-based solutions. And finally, the best practice guide, even planned before the beginning of the project, will be available online, and so allowing us to reach people when respecting social distancing. It's easier online to do that. So it is currently being developed and should be available soon. And so here, just on this slide, you can see, sorry, I'm not good with my, already in French, my left and my right, so I think it's your left, on your left. You can see the web page of our YouTube channel. If it's your right, sorry about that, but the web page of our YouTube channel. So for now, just the video mainly from the work package 2 workshop held in May, but tomorrow maybe, or the next week, all the videos from today's conference. So don't hesitate to check it regularly in the next weeks, as we are going to add some new videos. Also, so on the other side of the screen, you can see this time the poster, which is almost finished, and will be available this autumn. And just thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, I will be happy to try and answer them, and I think I will let Alex explain.